guys, welcome back to Timberborn. I'm Lukamundo, and here today we are going to be finally seeing the beautiful lake that this reservoir will become in just a little bit. So first off, what we need to do is what I want to do is unlock. We have 3,000 of our science points, so let's go ahead and unlock the underground storage facility. And this is going to store tons and tons and tons of logs. Now, I want to go ahead and kind of destroy that, but I need to do that by accepting logs only and releasing logs only. There we go. Now, I did notice that our food production is very high. It's actually increased quite a lot, just with a little bit, which is good. Looks like this second water wheel isn't getting much done, probably because it is nudged over. And so, I mean, they're doing their job. They're giving us over 120, which is what we need for these two to be 100% efficient, which is great. And the grist mill's producing tons and tons of wheat. As well, I was able to get all of my haulers. We do have 3 unemployed beavers currently. I really want to find a different form of power. Unfortunately, there is nothing other than a large windmill. Allows for bigger energy generation, but if there's no wind, doesn't matter. So kind of a little bit lame here. There's not a good way to produce power currently, but that's okay. Science, what do we have here? Observatory. By exploring the stars, they gain more knowledge. That's pretty cool. 10 science every 0.75, whereas this is 1 science every hour. So this thing is way better in my understanding. Okay, looks like we also have a drought incoming, which, bummer. I wanted to be able to turn this lake on before the next drought, so we are going to have to wait, unfortunately. We're going to have to see how our water production does during this next drought, unless they can go ahead and grab all of this wood beforehand. You know what? No. I am going to do what I've wanted to do this entire time. Here we go, guys. Let's go up to a height of 1.5 and let us get this whole entire place flooded. Yes, sirree, bub. Hopefully they'll be able to grab stuff out of there as they go. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. What a tremendous amount of extra water that is being dumped into this lake. I love it. Now, I think I'm just going to raise the height completely all the way to 2. I'm going to let this flood over completely. Now, we still have these dams here. I'm leaving them there because, honestly, I think that these dams can become useful if this lake ever drops down. We'll have several tiers walled off to be able to manage our water flow with. Now, let's see what happens when this gets all the way up to full. I love it. I absolutely love it. And this thing is pretty much empty. Oh, this thing is empty, so great. They'll continue collecting. Matter of fact, what are they collecting? Yeah, they're just collecting all these little wood particles and things. Fantastic. Here it goes. It's going to flood over. This is actually quite a bit high, so we don't have to worry about that. And it floods over right there. And look at that. Oh, that's working exactly how I was kind of hoping. Yeah, it should even kind of spread out this way a little bit. Just a little. But for the most part, perfect. Actually, I should have put a wall right here so that it really does flow right down through here, because that's already that high. Maybe we'll think about that for later on. But guys, there it is. Right before the troubled drought, we have an absolutely impressive amount of water now, which is fantastic. What we're going to do here is we are going to build up some, do we want level 2s or level 1s? Level 1s, put it here, but I think we're going to need level 2. So we're going to put up some, oh dear. Oh my, I didn't even realize that I still had carrots down here. We do not need those at all. Let them go ahead and harvest those up as they're doing their little doggy paddle. That's so sweet. They're not dogs. Let's go ahead and add in some platforms here. I'm wondering if a level, I don't know, would a level 1 platform work? No, it would not. It would be covered. So we got to do a level 2 platform. That's kind of a bummer. But we'll do some level 2 platforms. Let's do that. And then we'll put some water pumps here so that we can pump from this lower area as time goes on. All right, so that's what we're going to do for now. This will be where we collect water during the drought season. Now, unfortunately, it's not super deep, but it's such a vast quantity of water. I don't see this overflowing anytime soon. Speaking of, I also need to go ahead and pause these, so we will give these guys a pause. Look at this, our food stores, our resource counts. Oh man, we're doing fantastic. Doing fantastic indeed. Good. We can go ahead and remove this storage. Let's go ahead and get an in-ground lumber storage area. So excited about that. We'll be able to store so much lumber. 1,800 logs versus the 180 logs. Well worth it. Well worth it. There it is. Look at our log storage. It's like it goes deep underground into the abyss, I guess. I don't know. But we'll be able to store a ton. So fantastic. Fantastic indeed. You know, as I sit here and look at this, I realize that I've kind of come to the pinnacle of what I've wanted to do with this game. Obviously, there's plenty more. But we've made a lake, an entire lake to harvest water from, and that's given us so much more greenery. I actually want to get this lake expanded over here as quickly as possible, honestly. And so, do I explode it with TNT, maybe? I don't know. I guess that's my next endeavor, guys, is TNT. Let's go ahead and look, and let's see how we produce it. I think paper mill, printing press. Not quite sure. Prints books. I don't know why we'd print books. So I'm realizing right now that I want to go ahead and get this observatory. I think that that'd be something to be put up on a mountain top. I think that would be really cool. So this observatory would kind of sit right here, right on the edge. And it'd just be something that it produces a lot more science. Now, it takes a lot. Pine resin, gears, planks, which we do have plenty of all. Matter of fact, how much pine resin do we actually have? Yeah, we have a ton of pine resin. Where is pine resin stored? Is it stored here? Yes, it is. So, yeah, okay. We've got so much science right now, but I want to be able to do the monuments and do some decorations, benches. That would be so cool. Shrubs. That would be awesome. No idea why, but that would be awesome. Now, landscaping. Here is where we do the explosive factory and the dynamite refinery. What's this turn things into? Batteries, apparently. So we need a refinery. So we need all of that in order to do stuff. Okay, we'll look at that later on in time. Let's go ahead and focus for now on doing things like the dynamite. And I just came back here for a quick sneak peek at how we're doing with our lake, and it's so cool. I mean, the level has barely dropped. I mean, it has dropped, of course, but not significantly at all. And we are constantly pumping out of it. We are keeping our large water tower pretty much full, which is good. I kind of want to put another pump down, but I won't right now, I suppose, I guess. Which it just, super, super cool. Such an awesome endeavor right there. All right, so the drought ended. I wanted to take a look at it. So our water levels for the top reservoir were down to there. Our water levels kind of got a little bit low here, but still plenty, honestly. And then our lake barely moved at all. So plenty and plenty of water. So let's go ahead and let that play. We'll put the height up to 2.5. We'll pull this height down to 0.5. We'll keep that height up. And I'm going to be working on, just showing you a little bit of what I'm working on next. I am going to be building a larger lake. I know, yes, fun, yay. So what the plan is that we're going to be doing that and putting this across to here. I don't know if my district is going to be able to reach that far. Matter of fact, let's look here. So currently the district does go all the way over, I hope it can go over enough. Actually, no, the district stops there. It doesn't even go to this path. That's a little bit of a bummer, but I could put stairs here and expand that district. So again, it's all about the pathing. As long as you can get the right pathing, you're good. So let's go ahead and let's do that. Let's do that. And let's just pull it all the way down here. Let's see what that district looks like after that gets built. Okay, so it goes to there, unfortunately. Man, I was really hoping to get the district a little bit closer because I wanted to be able to, have a dammed up area. Maybe I will have to make another dammed wall up here. I'm wondering if you can put a dam on top of a platform. Like, for instance, can I put a levee on top of this? No, hold on. Let me do this first. No. Okay, so the levees must go on the ground, which makes sense, but I was just kind of hoping to kind of trick the system a little bit. That's kind of what I was hoping for, at least. All right, guys, we are coming up on our next drought, which is cool. And I wanted to share with you what I've got going on. So, of course, we've got everything going. Our food is in really good situation. Here, logs we are collecting. I was able to build this underground pile. We've got the medium tank for maple syrup. But what we're working on over here is pretty impressive. Let's go into the building, and we are going to be making a gigantic reservoired lake. Super excited about it. And so this is what we're working on. We're working on, that's 3-tier, the 3-tier triple floodgate. Yep. And as soon as they build everything else, we are going to be then deconstructing this. And the only reason I did that is because I want to gain back as much resource as possible. I deconstructed one other place down here. Now, unfortunately, I don't believe they can collect any of it. Might be able to, but for the most part, they won't be able to. I just wanted to try to recover as much of my resources as possible. And these guys are just, they're doing an absolutely fantastic job. Now, kind of seeing what else they're doing. It says building lacks power. What are my workers, what are my builders doing? I'm kind of running out of people. I've lost some. A bunch have died from old age, and a bunch have grown up. So we're kind of in that one of those fluxes right now, where some of them have, some have perished. Some new ones are coming. Let's go ahead and check who's coming and when. So it looks like we've got a couple that are going to be coming up soon to age where they can work. Now we are pumping barely any. Oh my goodness, barely any water. Thankfully, we have the large water tank. Looks like no one's starving of water, but let's go ahead and get some pumpers going for a little bit anyways. As soon as the harvest comes, we're going to go ahead and pause those again. These guys have been pumping that water just fine. Let's go ahead and pull this reservoir all the way up. Let that lake build up entirely so that we can save as much water as possible in the next 0.5 days. That should build up just enough so that we're satisfied with it. Good. They're also starting on this back side of the dam. This is a stationary dam, so these are levees. And yeah, so guys, this is the major project that I have been trying to reconstruct for a little bit now. And so, yeah, I've taken some time away, but that's going to be our next project. And it is going to be a doozy of a project, I have to say. Let me see. How are we doing on metal reserves over here? The ruins are almost completely gone. Where are the next set of ruins? Okay, we've got some over here that we can go to. Do we have any other ruins that we can get to in this district? I don't think so, unless we can shoot straight across to here. I think the next closest one is here, and that's not close enough. So we're going to have to make a new district to get more metal at some point, or we somehow get over here to do this underground rune, which probably, it will make sense to put a new district over in this platform, because I'm going to have so much water running through. I might even overflow some water over here, but we'll see. I might even like explode this out and fill this up. This can be like a giant reservoir where we fill it up with water and it just kind of sits there. Could, but we'll see. Guys, thank you so much for joining me today. Can't wait to see what this lake is going to provide for us. These guys are constructing like mad, and I can't believe we still have plenty of resources available to us. So yeah, we are going at it super strong. Thank you for joining me. I hope you guys like and subscribe and continue to join me on this adventure in the next episode where we see the completion of this gigantic lake dam. Thank you, and I will see you guys next time. Later.